Foot swelling and that constant heavy ache is not just an annoying part of getting older. It is your body sending you a clear, urgent signal that something inside your system, specifically how you manage fluid, is fundamentally off balance. If you are watching this, you probably spend every evening dreading putting your feet up just to get a moment of relief, or you have given up on wearing certain shoes entirely. Many doctors treat the symptom with diuretics or simple elevation, but they are often missing the single, most critical root cause that is easy to fix. I am going to show you the one simple, essential mineral that seniors are almost always dangerously low on, and when you restore it, that persistent, painful water retention in your ankles, feet, and legs can start to melt away naturally. This is not about cutting out salt, which is what you have heard before. It is about fixing the chemical imbalance that makes your body hold on to that water in the first place. Hello, I am Dr. Sandra Sarati, and for the past 25 years, I have specialized in helping seniors reclaim their health and vitality through simple yet profound nutritional science and lifestyle changes. I believe senior health does not have to be complicated. And today, we are going to dive deep into a surprisingly simple solution to a very common and very frustrating problem. So, why does this happen specifically as we age? Think of your body's fluid balance like a seesaw. On one end, you have sodium, and on the other, you have the secret mineral we will discuss today, which is potassium. These two minerals are in a constant push-pull war inside every single one of your body's 10 trillion cells. Sodium's main job is to hold on to water. It is a magnet for it. Potassium's main job is the opposite. It actually helps flush sodium and excess fluid out of your cells and out of your body via the kidneys. When you are younger, your diet and your kidneys do a better job of keeping this seesaw perfectly balanced. But as you get older, a couple of things happen that skew the balance dramatically. First, your kidneys become slightly less efficient at processing and eliminating that excess sodium, which can accumulate over decades of eating the standard diet. Second, and this is the big one, the average senior's diet is often woefully low in potassium. The recommended daily intake is high, and most people, especially seniors who might eat less fresh produce, do not even come close. This creates a massive internal imbalance, high sodium holding the water in and low potassium failing to push it out. The result? That heavy gravitational pool of fluid we call edema, or foot swelling, that concentrates in your lower extremities by the end of the day. Most seniors do not know this next part. We are often told to cut out salt, but that is only half the picture. Cutting salt will only get you so far if you are not also actively adding the counter mineral back into your diet to rebalance the scales. The main mineral you are missing, the key fix for water retention, is potassium. Specifically, we are talking about ensuring your body has enough potassium to activate what is known as the sodium-potassium pump. This pump is one of the most critical mechanisms in your body. Imagine your cell walls as a miniature submarine with a small pump constantly running. This pump uses energy to actively force 3 sodium ions out of the cell, while simultaneously bringing 2 potassium ions in. This process is essential not just for fluid balance, but for everything from nerve signaling to muscle contraction, which is why low potassium can also lead to muscle weakness and cramps. When you are low on potassium, this pump stalls, and the sodium starts to build up inside your cells. Since sodium is a water magnet, the cells swell up with water, and the fluid begins to leak out into the interstitial spaces, which are the spaces between the cells. When this happens systemically, especially in your lower body where gravity helps, you get that classic pitting edema and foot swelling. The fix is straightforward, but it requires consistency. You must deliberately increase your daily potassium intake to overcome this deficiency and restore the function of that powerful pump. Now, I do not want you to just start taking supplements haphazardly. While supplements can play a role, we are going to focus on the safest and most effective method first, which is through strategic dietary choices. Understanding the mechanism, the way the pump uses ATP energy to maintain this delicate 3Na plus 2K plus gradient, shows you just how vital the simple presence of potassium is to your cellular function, and by extension, your entire body's fluid management. Stay with me, the next solution is even better, because it involves a specific type of potassium source that is absorbed much more efficiently than most pills you will find on the shelf. We will cover the best food sources in a moment, but let us look at the nutritional support you need first. When we talk about nutritional support, we are talking about moving away from the standard processed, low-nutrient diet that has defined much of your life and moving toward foods that are potassium powerhouses. Forget about just bananas. They are good, but they are not the best source, and they are quite high in sugar. We need to be strategic. The true kings and queens of potassium are leafy greens like spinach, cooked Swiss chard, and beet greens. 1 cup of cooked spinach can have over 800 milligrams of potassium, which is significantly more than a banana. Other great sources include avocados, baked potatoes with the skin on, sweet potatoes, and dried apricots. For a quick boost, a little V8 or tomato juice, in moderation and checking for low sodium content, can also provide a solid dose. Think about adding white beans or lentils to your lunch. A serving of these legumes can easily provide 500 to 600 milligrams of potassium, and they also deliver much-needed fiber. The key is to shift your plate composition so that potassium-rich foods are not just an afterthought, but are a central component of every meal. Aiming for 3,500 to 4,700 milligrams of potassium daily through diet is the gold standard for robust circulation. Now, let us talk about supplements. If you find it truly difficult to get enough potassium from food, you might consider a supplement. But there is a major caveat here. Potassium supplements are highly regulated because too much potassium can be dangerous for people with certain kidney conditions. So they are usually limited to small doses, often around 99 milligrams. This is helpful, but it is a drop in the bucket compared to what your body needs. The key is finding a balanced, high-quality multi-mineral complex that contains potassium, or focusing intently on those high-potassium foods. Some doctors may prescribe a larger potassium chloride supplement, and if they do, it is because your blood work clearly shows a deficit. But this must be done with medical supervision. Never self-prescribe high-dose potassium. The goal is gentle, consistent replenishment through diet, which allows your body to regulate absorption naturally and safely. Keep watching. The biggest mistake people make when trying to fix their foot swelling is cutting out water, thinking it is the cause, but the opposite is true, and I will explain why this is a dangerous habit soon. While correcting your potassium intake is the primary fix for the chemical side of water retention, we also need to address the mechanical side. This is where secondary solutions come in, supporting the physical infrastructure of your circulation. The first is movement. Your circulatory system relies on your heart to pump blood, but your veins, particularly in your legs, rely heavily on your muscle contractions to push the blood and lymphatic fluid back up against gravity. This is called the venous pump, or the skeletal muscle pump. When seniors become more sedentary, this pump weakens, and the fluid begins to pool. Every time you contract your calf muscles, they squeeze the deep veins, forcing the blood upward past one-way valves. If you are sitting still for hours, those valves are not getting the squeeze they need. Even simple ankle rotations, heel raises while sitting, or short regular walks throughout the day can activate this pump and provide immediate, noticeable relief. You do not need a gym membership. Just move your feet and legs frequently, thinking of those calf muscles as the second heart for your lower body. The second secondary solution is compression. Over-the-counter compression socks, often called gradient compression stockings, provide a gentle squeeze that helps prevent fluid from accumulating in the tissue. They work by reducing the capacity of the superficial veins to hold blood, forcing it back up toward the heart. The compression is strategically tighter at the ankle and gradually loosens as it moves up the leg. The key here is proper fit. If they are too tight, they can cause more problems. Look for light or moderate compression, usually 15 to 20 millimeters of mercury, and make sure they are comfortable enough to wear all day. They are a simple, drug-free way to manage the physical symptoms while you fix the root cause, providing a constant external boost to that venous pump. Remember that sodium-potassium pump we discussed? Low potassium does more than just cause swelling. It contributes to another major senior issue. We are going to transition now to how this same deficiency can actually lead to nerve pain and numbness. The connection between low potassium, poor circulation, and nerve health is profound. The same powerful pump that controls fluid balance, the sodium-potassium pump, is absolutely vital for proper nerve signal transmission. Every single signal your brain sends down your nerves, whether it is a feeling of touch or an instruction to move a muscle, is essentially an electrical impulse generated by the rapid movement of sodium and potassium ions across the nerve cell membrane. Specifically, the action potential depends on the precise, rapid exchange of these ions. If your potassium levels are chronically low, the nerve cells struggle to reset after firing a signal, a process called repolarization. This can lead to a state where the nerves are hyperexcitable, leading to tingling, burning, or what is often misdiagnosed as purely age-related nerve pain or peripheral neuropathy. This feeling, sometimes described as pins and needles or numbness, especially in the feet, often walks hand in hand with foot swelling because the underlying issue, poor mineral balance, is the same. The chronic swelling can also physically press on the peripheral nerves, further exacerbating the neuropathy symptoms. By focusing on restoring your potassium balance, you are not just draining excess water, you are actually feeding and supporting the very communication highway of your nervous system. You are stabilizing the nerve membrane potential. This is why a comprehensive approach is so critical. You are treating the swelling, yes, but you are also improving circulation and nerve function simultaneously. This is holistic health in action, treating the root cause of systemic imbalance. We have talked about minerals and movement, but many seniors are confused about how much water they should actually drink when they have water retention. We are about to cover that crucial, often counterintuitive point, which is one of the advanced fixes. Let us now move to some advanced, high-level strategies you can incorporate daily to maximize your body's natural fluid draining abilities. These techniques leverage your body's natural physiology. First, and this is the counterintuitive one, is adequate hydration. Many people think, I have water retention, so I should drink less water. This is a mistake that can actually worsen your swelling. When your body is dehydrated, it panics and secretes hormones like vasopressin, also known as anti-diuretic hormone, that tell your kidneys to hold on to every drop of water and salt it can find. Your body goes into survival mode and clings to fluid, which concentrates the existing salt and potassium imbalance. When you drink enough clean water, you signal to your body that everything is okay, and it actually encourages the kidneys to flush out the excess sodium and, subsequently, the pooled water. Aim for small, frequent sips of water throughout the day. If your urine is dark yellow, you are dehydrated. The goal is light yellow, almost clear. Second, let us talk about elevation. Simple elevation is not just a temporary fix, it is a key strategy for supporting your lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system is like your body's secondary drain, carrying waste and excess fluid. Unlike the circulatory system, it has no central pump, relying entirely on gravity, surrounding muscle movement, and pressure changes. When you elevate your feet above your heart for 15 to 20 minutes a few times a day, you are literally giving gravity a free ride to drain those overloaded tissues. Do not just prop your feet up on a stool. You need to be reclined so your feet are genuinely higher than your heart, ideally at a 30 to 45 degree angle. Doing this while also incorporating the ankle pump exercises is a powerful combination, marrying the mechanical drainage of gravity with the pumping action of your muscles. Third, consider deep diaphragmatic breathing. This is a powerful yet often overlooked mechanism for fluid management. When you breathe deeply, using your diaphragm, the expansion and contraction of your core creates a gentle suction in your chest cavity, specifically in the main thoracic duct where the lymphatic fluid returns to the bloodstream. This negative pressure acts like a vacuum, pulling lymphatic fluid and venous blood from the lower extremities back toward the center of your body. 5 minutes of slow, deep, intentional breathing every morning can be a game changer for overall circulation and swelling reduction. It is a simple tool you carry with you everywhere. The next mistake we are going to cover is a seemingly healthy food that many seniors eat, thinking it is good for them, but it is actually one of the biggest hidden sources of fluid-retaining sodium. It is easy to focus on what you should be adding, like potassium, but it is just as important to recognize what you should be reducing. Let us talk about 3 common lifestyle mistakes that actively sabotage your efforts to fight foot swelling and water retention. The first mistake is the hidden sodium trap. You are probably careful about salting your food, but the vast majority, nearly 70% of sodium in the standard diet, comes from processed and packaged foods, not the salt shaker. I want you to be highly suspicious of things like canned soups, especially condensed versions, frozen dinners, restaurant meals, and common condiments and salad dressings. However, the worst offender is often something seniors rely on for quick meals: deli meats and bread. The preservatives and preparation methods used in lunch meats and store-bought bread contain shocking amounts of sodium. A single sandwich can easily contain more than your entire daily allowance. Making a simple switch to low-sodium options or preparing your own food fresh is perhaps the most significant change you can make immediately to stop pouring sodium into an already overburdened system. Be a detective and read those nutrition labels for sodium. The second mistake is over-reliance on caffeine and alcohol. Both of these substances act as diuretics, meaning they make you urinate more, which sounds good for water retention, but the problem is that they are not gentle or balanced. They cause a rapid, unbalanced loss of fluid, and critically, they deplete your body's stores of essential electrolytes, including that vital potassium. This rapid depletion can actually worsen your underlying mineral imbalance, leading to a rebound effect where your body starts to cling to fluid even more desperately once the initial diuretic effect wears off. Moderate consumption is usually fine, but heavy reliance on multiple cups of coffee or multiple alcoholic drinks daily will actively work against your goals of achieving mineral balance. The third mistake, which is often dismissed, is prolonged static postures. Whether you are sitting watching television for hours or standing for too long while doing light yard work, a static posture is the enemy of circulation. It allows gravity to win by allowing the hydrostatic pressure in your veins to build up. You must break up your sitting or standing time every 30 to 45 minutes with a brief walk or a set of ankle pumps. Do not allow the fluid to settle. Constant, gentle movement is the natural antidote to stagnation, ensuring those one-way venous valves are constantly being used to push fluid upward. We are almost ready to put this all into a simple action plan. But first, I want to talk about 2 powerhouse boosters that the science confirms can work alongside potassium to fight inflammation and support the delicate structures in your veins. To give your body the best chance at fighting foot swelling and improving circulation, there are 2 high-authority, science-backed nutritional boosters you should consider incorporating naturally into your diet. First is magnesium. Magnesium is often called the relaxation mineral, but it is incredibly powerful for circulation. It helps relax the smooth muscles in the walls of your blood vessels. When these vessels are relaxed, they widen, which is known as vasodilation. This lowers resistance and improves overall blood flow, easing the pressure that contributes to fluid leakage. Furthermore, magnesium works synergistically with potassium, actually helping your cells absorb and utilize potassium more effectively, contributing to that pump efficiency we discussed. Foods rich in magnesium include pumpkin seeds, almonds, dark chocolate, and again, those leafy green vegetables. Think of magnesium as the perfect partner for your potassium, supporting both your cellular pumps and your vascular flexibility. Second is horse chestnut extract. This is a well-researched botanical supplement often recommended in Europe for supporting vein health. The active compound, acin, is believed to help strengthen the walls of the capillaries and veins, making them less leaky. It works by reducing the size and number of small pores in the capillary walls, thereby minimizing the outward filtration of fluid into the surrounding tissue. When the veins are stronger and less permeable, less fluid can seep out into the surrounding tissue, directly reducing the incidence of swelling and heaviness in the legs. You can find this in a high-quality supplement form, and it is a wonderful, natural addition to your routine to specifically target the structural integrity of your blood vessels, addressing the issue from both a chemical and a physical standpoint. Remember, you do not have to overhaul your life overnight. The secret is consistency. Let us simplify all of this information into a smooth, actionable daily guide you can start implementing tomorrow. This final action plan is not a checklist of rigid rules. It is a smooth daily routine guide designed to support your body's fluid balance from morning until night, focusing on the 3 pillars we discussed: mineral balance, movement, and structural support. Start your day not with coffee, but with a large glass of water, perhaps infused with a small pinch of high-quality sea salt and a squeeze of lemon juice. This small act kick starts hydration and provides a gentle source of electrolytes. Then, for breakfast, focus on incorporating those potassium-rich foods, maybe scrambled eggs alongside some sautéed spinach, or oatmeal topped with a few dried apricots and nuts for magnesium. Try to make it a habit to consume at least 2 distinct high-potassium sources before noon. This sets the stage for a day of balanced mineral intake and gives your sodium-potassium pump the fuel it needs early on. Throughout your morning and afternoon, the most important habit is breaking up your static posture. Set a gentle timer on your watch or phone to remind you to get up, walk to the kitchen for 5 minutes, or perform those simple ankle pumps and heel raises every time you take a water break. When you are seated, practice 5 minutes of that deep, diaphragmatic breathing to naturally encourage lymphatic drainage. You should be drinking small, frequent sips of water throughout this time, never allowing yourself to become truly thirsty, because that is when the body goes into fluid hoarding mode. If you have those light compression stockings, put them on first thing in the morning before any significant swelling has a chance to set in. They are your mechanical support system against gravity, acting as an external counterpressure to fluid leakage. For your main meals, commit to reducing those hidden sodium sources by focusing on fresh, whole foods. Swap out the processed deli meats for simple baked chicken or fish, and focus on filling half your plate with colorful vegetables like sweet potatoes, white beans, or that wonderful Swiss chard, which are all naturally high in potassium and fiber. Remember, fiber aids in overall digestive health and nutrient absorption, further supporting your system. In the evening, before bed, is the perfect time for the elevation strategy. Recline comfortably and spend 20 minutes with your feet truly above the level of your heart. You can use this time to do a final set of ankle circles or just relax. This is the period when gravity works for you, helping drain any fluid that accumulated during the day. If you choose to take supplements like horse chestnut extract or magnesium, the evening is a good time for those, supporting relaxation and continued vascular strength overnight. Following this smooth routine, you are not just treating symptoms. You are addressing the root causes, fixing the sodium-potassium pump, strengthening your veins, and optimizing your circulation mechanically. It is a comprehensive, multi-angle attack on that stubborn water retention that has been frustrating you for years. Remember, small, consistent actions delivered daily deliver the biggest, most lasting results when it comes to long-term senior health and mobility. This journey is not about perfection, it is about progress. You might not see zero swelling tomorrow, but you will feel the difference in the pressure, the discomfort, and the overall lightness of your legs by the end of the week. That heavy feeling of your feet being filled with cement can be replaced by a lightness and a sense of freedom you have not felt in years. Do not be discouraged by slow changes. The vascular system takes time to heal and rebalance, often taking 6 to 8 weeks to show truly significant improvement once the underlying nutritional deficiency is fixed. I know how disheartening it can be when you feel like age is simply taking things away from you, your energy, your mobility, your comfort. It is easy to look at the symptoms like foot swelling and just accept them as an inevitable part of being 60 or 70 or 80. But I am here to tell you, as a doctor who has seen thousands of patients just like you, that improvement is absolutely possible at any age. Your body is incredibly resilient and powerful. Give it the right tools, the right minerals, and the right encouragement, and it will respond. You have the power right now to influence your internal chemistry simply by choosing a sweet potato over a bag of chips or choosing a walk over sitting still. Every single healthy choice you make sends a positive signal to your cells, telling them, we are repairing, we are rebuilding, and we are moving forward. Do not let gravity and mineral imbalance win. Focus on that crucial balance of sodium and potassium. Focus on frequent movement, and believe that today is the day you start feeling better. Your feet and your future mobility depend on the simple, consistent action you take starting right now. I want you to feel that confidence when you put on a pair of shoes and they actually fit comfortably at the end of the day. You deserve to live out your senior years with comfort and vitality, enjoying every day with light, pain-free legs. Now, if you found this information helpful and you are ready to take control of your circulation and fluid balance, please take a moment to hit the like button. Leaving a comment below telling me which potassium-rich food you are going to try first, like avocado or spinach, really helps this important health information reach other seniors who need it most. And if you want more science-backed, simple health solutions for age-related problems, please subscribe to my channel. We publish new, detailed guides every week to keep you feeling your best.